This is how to wear and adjust your harness. First of all, I'm keeping my O-ring in a low position, which I have a whole video on Instagram on why you should keep it in a low position. Maybe I'll try to post it here, but I don't want to get banned. But it is all personal preference. So I normally like to start with fitting the top waistband, and then I do the legs after that. And you'll only need to unsnap one of the buckles for the top waistband because the other side we want to stay on. I can't tell you how many times I've actually unbuckled both and then I'm like, wait, how does this work? You can unbuckle both of the legs at this point if you would like to. While you're still getting used to the harness, you might just want to keep these buckled so you know you're buckling the waistband into the correct buckle. So first of all, if you just want to wrap it around your waist and see if you're going to need to tighten or loosen the band. So I can see that I'm going to need to loosen it a little bit, and I'm not going to buckle it right now because it is easier to adjust while you're not wearing it. So I know I need to make the band bigger right now. So I like to keep these at about equal distances from the buckles. You don't have to do that. It's just the perfectionist in me. And so I'm going to grab one side, and I normally just pull from the slider, and it brings the fabric with it. And it'll make this little loop here, and then you just kind of pull the buckle and even out that loop. So now my band is wider. When you're pulling this slider, make sure that the fabric is coming with it, because if you're, for example, holding on to the end and then you pull the slider, it's not adjusting anything. So we want to pull that slider so the fabric comes with it and then even out the buckle. I know that's going to be too big for me, so to make the band smaller, I'm going to grab the fabric that's closest to the slider, make a loop, and then pull the slider out so that it's evening that fabric. To see that again, I'm bringing all the fabric that's underneath here and then pulling the slider out so it evens it out, and now my band is smaller. And when I'm pulling this fabric through and moving that slider, I do hold on to the material right here so that it's not moving anywhere, and that's how we're making it smaller. And now to make it bigger again, pulling that material so that it's a loop and evening it out. Right, now you can go ahead and put it around your waist and see if it fits. If it's a little big right now, you don't have to fit it perfectly. As long as it's sitting up over your waist, we can go ahead and do the legs, and then we can fix the waist after. You may find that you actually like the waist fitting a little looser once you have the legs on. So you can unbuckle both legs now, or just one at a time. And same thing, let's go ahead and see how close it is to a fit. Mine is very small, so I'm gonna make this bigger. Again, just by pulling the slider with the fabric, getting that loop, and then evening it out. And if I wanted to make it smaller again, I would pull the fabric and then pull the slider. And then once I like where my leg position's at, I'm just going to take this off again, unbuckle the other leg, and then just match the one that I already like. All right, so those are perfect. All right, so now I'm just going to tighten my waistband a little bit, and now I can go ahead and take it off again, or I can adjust it while I'm standing. To do that, I'm going to, in order to tighten it, pull that fabric and then pull the slider over. And to loosen it, I'm gonna pull the slider first and then pull the buckle. So tightening and loosening. And here's the same thing with the leg, loosening and tightening. And it's personal preference how much of these edges you want tucked within the slider. Like if you wanted to keep it closer to the buckle and have more of this extra hanging out, you can. But I will warn you that the closer the slider is to the buckle, the harder it's going to be to adjust. Like if I had it all the way, there is no fabric to grab onto, and so therefore I can't adjust this at all. So that's why you want to have enough fabric in between the buckle and the slider to grab onto and tighten and loosen. And that is how to wear and adjust your harness. I also have another video on how to disassemble and reassemble it.